Welcome to Cosmo Publishing. You just tuned yourself to the coolest place to learn all about self-publishing. We are a turnkey quality service provider, from interior formatting to custom covers and everything in between, including book marketing and advertising. It is the company that books a lot.
Welcome to the Cosmo Publishing Podcast, where we focus on clarity instead of confusion and long-term growth instead of quick fixes. I'm your host, Gurhan, co-founder of Cosmo Publishing and Cosmodio Books. Today's episode is about one of the most misunderstood parts of publishing, Amazon SEO. Many authors feel invisible on Amazon. They upload their book, set everything up, and then wait. Days pass, weeks pass, nothing happens. They start to wonder if the algorithm is broken, if Amazon is ignoring them, or if only famous authors are allowed to be seen. This episode is about removing that fear. Amazon is not hiding your book, it is not punishing new authors, and it is not designed to confuse you. Amazon's algorithm has one primary goal: match the right product with the right buyer as efficiently as possible. Amazon is a store, not a library. Everything it does is driven by buyer behavior. When you understand that, Amazon SEO stops feeling mysterious and starts feeling logical. SEO on Amazon is not about gaming the system. It is about clarity, clear signals, clear positioning, clear communication. Many authors assume SEO means stuffing keywords everywhere or copying what other books are doing. In reality, those tactics often hurt more than they help. Amazon does not reward noise. It rewards relevance. Think of Amazon like a very busy bookstore clerk. Readers walk in asking for specific things: romance with emotional depth, business books for beginners, cozy mysteries with small-town settings. Amazon's job is to listen to those requests and recommend the books most likely to satisfy them. Your job as an author is to help Amazon understand what your book actually is. In this episode, we're going to talk about Amazon SEO in simple human terms. We'll explain how the algorithm thinks, what signals it looks for, and how your book page communicates with it. We'll remove jargon and focus on decisions you can actually control. You'll learn why some books with fewer reviews outperform others, why relevance matters more than popularity, and why small optimizations can change your book's visibility over time. This episode is not about tricks or hacks, it's about alignment. When your book page clearly reflects what readers are looking for, Amazon does the rest. Let's begin by understanding what Amazon SEO actually is and what it is not. In this section, we are going to talk about what Amazon SEO actually is. Amazon SEO stands for search optimization, but that phrase often creates the wrong expectations. Many authors think SEO is about forcing their book to appear everywhere. In reality, Amazon SEO is about helping your book appear in the right places. Amazon SEO is the process of aligning your book's information with how readers search and shop. Unlike Google, where people browse information, Amazon users arrive with intent. They are not casually searching. They are looking to buy or borrow something. This difference changes everything. When a reader types words into Amazon's search bar, Amazon is not asking, "What is the best book ever written?" It is asking, "Which book is most likely to satisfy this specific reader right now?" Amazon looks for signals. Those signals come from your book page and from reader behavior. Your book page sends signals through its title, subtitle, description, keywords, categories, and pricing. Reader behavior sends signals through clicks, time spent on the page, purchases, reads, and reviews. SEO is about making those signals clear and consistent. A common mistake authors make is thinking Amazon SEO is separate from readers. It is not. Amazon SEO is reader-focused at every level. If readers understand your book quickly and feel confident clicking buy, Amazon notices. This is why clarity beats cleverness. A poetic title that confuses readers performs worse than a clear title that explains exactly what the book offers. Clever descriptions that hide the genre or purpose create hesitation. Hesitation reduces clicks. Reduced clicks reduce visibility. Think again about the bookstore clerk. If you describe your book vaguely, the clerk hesitates. If you describe it clearly, the clerk knows exactly who to recommend it to. Amazon works the same way. Another important concept is relevance. Amazon prioritizes relevance before popularity. A smaller book that perfectly matches a search term will often outrank a larger book that only loosely fits. This is why niche books often perform well. They speak clearly to a specific audience. Amazon rewards that precision. SEO is also not instant. Amazon gathers data over time. It tests your book with small groups of readers. It watches how they behave. If readers respond positively, visibility increases. If they hesitate, visibility slows. And this testing phase is normal. Many authors misinterpret it as failure and start changing everything too quickly. Constant changes confuse the algorithm. Consistent signals build trust. Amazon SEO is not about doing everything at once. It is about setting a strong foundation and allowing data to accumulate. When you understand SEO this way, fear fades. You stop chasing trends. You stop copying competitors. You focus on communicating clearly with both readers and the system. In the next section, we'll go deeper into how the Amazon algorithm actually works, what behaviors it tracks, and why sales velocity matters more than total sales. After learning what Amazon SEO is, now we need to look into how the Amazon algorithm really works. So, to understand Amazon SEO, you need to understand what the algorithm pays attention to. Amazon does not read opinions. It reads behavior. Everything the system learns comes from what shoppers do, not what they say. When a reader searches for a book and sees your cover, the first signal is the click. A click tells Amazon that your book was relevant enough to attract interest. If your book appears in search results but is rarely clicked, Amazon learns that it may not be the best match for that search term. Once a reader clicks, Amazon watches what happens next. Do they stay on the page or leave immediately? Do they scroll and read the description? Do they look at reviews? Do they click the buy button? Each of these actions adds information. Purchases are strong signals, but they are not the only ones. Time spent on the page matters. Engagement matters. Even returning to the page later can be a signal. Amazon is constantly asking, did this book satisfy the reader's intent? This is why sales velocity matters more than total sales. A book that sells 5 copies every day sends a stronger signal than a book that sells 50 copies once and then stops. Consistent activity tells Amazon that readers continue to find value in the book. Relevance comes before popularity. Amazon does not automatically push the most famous book. It pushes the book most likely to convert for that specific search. That is why new or niche books can outperform older or larger titles when positioned clearly. Another important factor is conversion rate. This is the percentage of people who buy after clicking. A book that converts well is valuable to Amazon because it helps the store function efficiently. Books with poor conversion create friction. Conversion is influenced by many things: cover clarity, title clarity, description, readability, reviews, pricing. All of these work together. SEO is not one element. It is the sum of many aligned parts. This is also why copying a competitor's keywords without matching their audience backfires. Amazon may show your book briefly, but if readers do not respond, visibility drops. Amazon also learns over time. It tests your book in small batches. It shows it to readers searching certain terms. It watches results. If engagement is positive, it expands reach. If not, it pulls back. Many authors panic during this testing phase. They change titles, descriptions, keywords, and pricing too quickly. This resets the learning process repeatedly. Amazon never gathers enough data to understand the book. Stability builds trust. Small, thoughtful changes are better than constant resets. Reviews play a role here as well. Not because of star ratings alone, but because reviews increase confidence. Readers hesitate less when reviews exist. Less hesitation improves conversion. Better conversion improves visibility. The algorithm is not emotional. It does not reward effort or intention. It responds to signals. When you align your book page with how readers behave, the algorithm follows naturally. In the next section, we'll look closely at your book page itself, starting with the title, subtitle, and description, and how to optimize them for both readers and Amazon. Now that we have an understanding of Amazon SEO and the algorithm, we need to pay attention to optimizing your book title, subtitle, and description. Your book page is where Amazon SEO and reader psychology meet. This is the space where clarity either builds confidence or creates hesitation. The title, subtitle, and description work together to answer one silent question every reader asks within seconds. Is this book for me? Let's start with the title. Many authors want their title to be clever, poetic, or mysterious. While creativity matters, clarity matters more. On Amazon, your title is not only a branding element, it is a signal. It tells readers and the algorithm what kind of book this is and what experience it offers. A clear title helps the right readers recognize your book immediately. A vague title may be beautiful, but if readers cannot understand the genre or promise, they hesitate. That hesitation lowers clicks, and lower clicks reduce visibility. This does not mean titles must be boring. It means they must be understandable. Think of your title as an invitation. If the invitation is unclear, people walk past. The subtitle is where many authors miss opportunity. A strong subtitle clarifies the promise of the book. It explains what the reader will gain, learn, or experience. Subtitles are especially important for nonfiction, but they also help fiction by reinforcing genre, tone, or theme. A good subtitle removes doubt. It says, "This is what you will get if you choose this book." Now let's talk about the description. Your description is not a summary. It is not a place to show off your writing skills. It is a bridge between curiosity and decision. Readers skim descriptions. They look for structure, white space, and emotional cues. Long, unbroken paragraphs discourage reading. Clear sections and short paragraphs invite it. The first lines of your description matter the most. This is where you hook the reader, not with plot details, but with relevance. Speak to the reader's desire. What problem does this book solve? What feeling does it offer? What transformation does it promise? After the opening, the description should guide the reader gently. Explain what the book covers, who it's for, and what makes it different. Avoid overloading with details. Too much information creates fatigue. Language matters. Write for humans first. Use natural phrases. Avoid keyword stuffing. Amazon is very good at recognizing forced repetition, and readers sense it immediately. Formatting helps both readers and conversion. Short paragraphs, clear breaks, and readable flow keep people engaged. Engagement improves conversion. Conversion improves visibility. One common mistake is hiding important information. If your book is part of a series, say so clearly. If it is beginner-friendly, say so. If it is advanced, say that too. Misaligned expectations lead to poor engagement and weak reviews. Another mistake is copying other descriptions. What works for one book may not work for yours. Your description should reflect your voice and your audience. We often see authors revise descriptions and suddenly see movement. More clicks, longer page visits, better sales, not because they use better keywords, but because they removed confusion. Think of your book page as a conversation. You are not convincing, you are clarifying. In the next section, we'll move behind the scenes and talk about keywords and categories, how to choose them strategically, and why fewer, clearer choices often outperform clutter. It's time to choose keywords and categories strategically to complete our Amazon SEO journey. Keywords and categories are where many authors either overcomplicate things or underestimate their importance. This is the behind-the-scenes language you use to explain your book to Amazon. When done well, it helps the system place your book in front of the right readers. When done poorly, it creates noise and confusion. Let's start with keywords. Keywords are not magic words. They are phrases real readers type when they are looking for a book like yours. The goal is not to reach everyone. The goal is to reach someone specific. A common mistake is choosing keywords that are too broad. Words like romance, business, self-help, or fantasy are extremely competitive and vague. They do not tell Amazon who your book is for. Narrow phrases work better because they match clear intent. Think about how readers actually search. They do not usually type one word, they type phrases. Cozy mystery small town. Beginner investing for women. Epic fantasy with strong female lead. These phrases are more precise and attract readers who already know what they want. Choosing keywords is about empathy. You are stepping into the reader's mindset and asking, what would I type if I were looking for this book? It is also important to avoid repetition. Amazon already reads your title, subtitle, and description. You do not need to repeat the same words everywhere. Back-end keywords should complement, not duplicate, what is already visible. Another common mistake is trying to cover too many ideas. When you add unrelated keywords just to increase reach, you dilute relevance. Amazon may test your book with the wrong audience, and when those readers do not engage, visibility drops. Clear focus wins. Now let's talk about categories. Categories tell Amazon where your book belongs on the shelves. Choosing the right category is not about prestige, it is about alignment. Many authors choose broad categories because they feel more legitimate. Unfortunately, broad categories are also the most competitive. New books often disappear there. More specific categories give your book room to breathe. They allow you to compete where readers are actively searching and where visibility is achievable. This does not mean choosing obscure categories just to rank higher. Ranking without relevance does not help sales. The category must still match reader expectations. We've seen authors reposition a book into a more accurate category and immediately see improvement. Not because the book changed, but because the audience did. Categories can also influence how readers perceive your book. A nonfiction book in the wrong category creates confusion. A fiction book miscategorized attracts the wrong readers and leads to weak reviews. One important thing to remember is that categories and keywords are not permanent. You can adjust them over time, but frequent changes can confuse the system. Make thoughtful decisions, then give Amazon time to learn. When keywords and categories work together, something powerful happens. Your book starts appearing where it belongs. Readers respond. Amazon notices. In the next section, we'll connect SEO to reviews, ads, and pricing, and explain why optimization works best as a system, not as isolated changes. Amazon SEO does not work in isolation. It is part of a larger system where multiple signals reinforce each other. So we need to understand how SEO connects to reviews, ads, and pricing. When these elements are aligned, visibility grows naturally. When they are disconnected, optimization struggles no matter how strong individual pieces seem. Let's start with reviews. Reviews influence SEO indirectly by affecting conversion. When readers land on your book page and see reviews, especially thoughtful ones, hesitation drops. Lower hesitation leads to higher conversion. Higher conversion tells Amazon that your book satisfies reader intent. That signal increases visibility. This is why books with fewer reviews but strong alignment can outperform books with many reviews but unclear positioning. Reviews amplify what already works. They do not fix confusion. Pricing also sends signals. A price that matches reader expectations improves conversion. A price that feels too high for the category creates hesitation. A price that feels too low can signal low value. Amazon watches how readers respond to pricing choices, not the price itself. Temporary price changes can help gather data, but constant fluctuations confuse the system. Stability allows Amazon to learn. Thoughtful adjustments followed by patience produce better results than frequent experimentation. Now let's talk about ads. Ads feed data back into the algorithm. When you run ads, Amazon sees which keywords lead to clicks, purchases, and reads. This data helps refine organic placement. Ads do not replace SEO. They support it. Running ads on a poorly optimized page wastes money. Running ads on a clear, aligned page accelerates learning. Ads amplify clarity. Another important factor is page behavior. When readers scroll, read, and stay on the page, Amazon notices. This behavior is influenced by formatting, clarity, and tone. Everything connects. SEO is not a one-time setup. It is an ongoing conversation between your book and the marketplace. Small adjustments followed by observation create progress. In the next section, we'll talk about common Amazon SEO mistakes authors make and how to avoid panic-driven decisions that stall growth. Now let's talk about common Amazon SEO mistakes authors make. One of the most common mistakes authors make with Amazon SEO is treating it like a puzzle that needs to be solved quickly. When results do not appear immediately, panic sets in. Titles are changed, descriptions rewritten, keywords swapped, prices adjusted, sometimes all within the same week. This constant movement prevents Amazon from learning anything meaningful about the book. Amazon relies on patterns. When those patterns keep changing, the system cannot build confidence. Stability is not inactivity, it is intentional consistency. Another frequent mistake is keyword stuffing. Authors repeat the same phrases across titles, subtitles, descriptions, and back-end fields, believing more repetition means more visibility. In reality, this creates unnatural language that readers sense immediately. When readers feel confused or overwhelmed, they hesitate. Hesitation reduces conversion, and reduced conversion hurts visibility. Clarity always outperforms density. Copying competitors is another trap. Just because a successful book uses certain keywords or categories does not mean they will work for yours. That book may have a different audience, different reviews, or a different sales history. Amazon evaluates books individually. Alignment matters more than imitation. Some authors also chase trends without considering fit. A trending keyword may bring temporary exposure, but if the book does not match reader expectations, engagement drops quickly. Amazon remembers that mismatch. Relevance is far more valuable than temporary attention. Another mistake is ignoring the reader's experience on the page. SEO does not end with keywords. If the cover confuses the genre, if the description is hard to read, or if reviews highlight recurring issues, optimization efforts weaken. Everything works together, and many authors also expect SEO to compensate for weak foundations. SEO cannot fix poor editing, unclear positioning, or mismatched promises. It amplifies what already exists. Finally, authors often underestimate time. SEO is cumulative. It builds through data, not intention. Weeks or months of consistent signals often lead to quiet improvement before noticeable change appears. Avoiding these mistakes requires patience and perspective. Amazon SEO is not a battle. It is a conversation. In the final section, we'll bring everything together and talk about developing a calm, sustainable Amazon SEO mindset that supports long-term growth. Let's finish our podcast with a calm, sustainable Amazon SEO mindset. As we close this episode, I want to bring the focus back to something simple. Amazon SEO is not about beating the system. It is about helping the system understand your book. When you think like a reader, Amazon follows naturally. When your book page is clear, aligned, and honest, readers respond. When readers respond, visibility grows. You do not need constant changes. You do not need tricks. You do not need to fear the algorithm. You need patience, clarity, and consistency. SEO is a long-term investment. Small improvements compound. Data accumulates. Confidence builds slowly, but it lasts. If your book is well-positioned, well-described, and reaching the right audience, time is on your side. Trust the process, observe results calmly, adjust thoughtfully. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Cosmo Publishing Podcast. I'm your host, Gurhan, and I hope today helped remove the mystery around Amazon SEO and replaced it with understanding. Remember, optimization is not pressure. It is alignment. Until next time, keep writing, keep refining, and let clarity do the work.
Welcome to Cosmo Publishing. You just tuned yourself to the coolest place to learn all about self-publishing. We are a turnkey quality service provider, from interior formatting to custom covers and everything in between, including book marketing and advertising. It is the company that books a lot.